or spread are through deviant callers to Islam. Actual people that are involved in the da'wah field, who are claimed to be scholars of Islam, and some of the most famous and prominent individuals, they actually aid in the pushing of this agenda. How? How do they aid in the pushing of this agenda? It is because their da'wah is not based on the da'wah of the Anbiya. The Anbiya, the prophets of Allah. All the prophets of Allah called to La ilaha illallah. Every single prophet that Allah has sent had the same call to worship Allah alone and to not worship others besides Allah. Now, if that was the basis of the da'wah of all prophets, then the one who is in the field of da'wah, the basis of their da'wah in following those prophets should be the call to Tawheed. Should be the call to Tawheed. However, these callers focus on other things. Some may be part of Islam, and some have absolutely nothing to do with Islam, actually aid in the destruction of Islam. However, in order to detect a deviant caller or a caller whose da'wah is not in accordance with the da'wah of the prophets of Allah, it is that the basis of their da'wah and the main objective and focus of their da'wah is not to get the ummah to focus their lives on Tawheed and watching out for kufr and shirk. Mufti Meng, Umar Sulaiman, Yasir Qadi, Yaqeen Institute, Al-Maghrib Institute, you name it, the most famous and prominent figureheads in the Islamic world who teach, you'll see them talking about happiness in the family. You'll see them talking about how to live amongst non-Muslims. You'll see them talking about manners. You'll see them talking about marital issues. You'll see them talking about all good topics. However, the basis of their call is not the call to Tawheed. Why? Because the call to Tawheed separates people. And that's what you find in every nation. In every time when the prophets called to Tawheed, it caused a separation between Iman and Kufr, and Haqq and Batil, truth and falsehood. Nuh alayhi salam called to Tawheed and warned against shirk for 950 years, and even his own son did not follow him. And only a couple of individuals were with him on his ark. A prophet of Allah, sent by Allah, calling for 950 years, and only a few individuals followed him in that. And so when your goal is to just bring a bunch of people together and tell the people what they want to hear, people who have become corrupted and have become taken away from their religion and from the belief, the core beliefs of their religion, due to all of these things that we've been mentioning, education and social media and environment. And it has become so difficult now to actually practice Islam and protect one's Iman from deviation. They don't talk about what is haram and halal. They don't talk about these individuals. And if you want proof for that, just look at the social media accounts of anyone who isn't practicing. Who are the main people? At times, even if people are not practicing, they may promote something that they may have liked from a personality, a caller to Islam. Most of the time, you'll see them putting up Umar Sulaiman, Mufti Menk. These are the people that they relate to. And why is that? Why is that? It is because those individuals will talk about certain aspects that those people can relate to, but does not directly deal with what they need to hear, which is Tawheed. And what they need to hear is what will get them out of this deviation that they are in. But talking about manners and talking about, for example, not to belittle anyone and not to look down on anyone. Yes, these are all concepts that are good. but are they the pinnacle and the epitome of what Islam is about? No, but they make their da'wah in that way because majority of the Muslims today are actually not practicing. And they cannot actually sit there and listen to a lecture or a benefit for more than a few minutes, especially if it goes against these beliefs that they have now and directly contradict liberalism, the liberalism that they're practicing. So the Muslims have become so affected by this way, and these individuals do not actually address what the ummah needs, which is a call that will bring them back to Tawheed and realize that the path that they're on, especially living in the West, is a path not just of sinning, but a path that is eventually leading to disbelief. And that is the ultimate goal of these individuals.